Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Pearson, your elementary ELL teacher. Today we're going to focus on spelling and phonics, pictures and words for first grade journeys, lesson 16. And this is practice A, words 1 to 16. I also have a practice B, words 17 to 32. But this is practice A, where we will focus on words 1 to 16. Our anchor text is "Let's go to the moon." For this lesson, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper, and you're going to write your numbers 1 to 16. And after you write your numbers and write all your spelling and phonics words, at the end of our lesson, I'm going to challenge you to get your crayons, to rainbow write, or just write your words 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Your teacher might have given you this worksheet, both sides, and if so, it already has the numbers 1 to 16. You will need 3 crayons to rainbow write and match the words below. So if you need to, get your materials, your pencil and your paper, and your crayons if you have them. And if you need to, push pause, and when you get your materials, push play. Here's our learning target. I can correctly read and spell first grade words with long O, as in no, bone, and rope. Success criteria. That means how will you know you're successful at reading and spelling first grade words with long O? Well, here are our steps to success. I will, number 1, read and say each word. Number 2, spell and write each word. Number 3, do my best. And number 4, write each word 3 more times. Again, our words are words with long O, consonant vowel, as in no, and CVCE words, consonant vowel, consonant silent E, as in bone and rope. We're also going to review our verb tenses. Our verbs are going to end in S, ES, ED, or ING endings. So we're going to talk about the past, which is yesterday, or the action is done in the past tense, as in Sam played blocks, or the present tense, today, plural, 2 or more people. The action happens today or every day, the present tense. The children are playing. And the present tense, singular, 1 person. Present tense, the girl plays, and the girl is playing. So we're taking our verbs, and we're going to either add S, ES, ED, or ING to our action words. Number 1, so lazy can't move. Number 1 still, I love you so much. So what is highlighted there? So, S-O. Number 1 is so, S-O. I'm going to stretch it out. Oh, so. So make sure you write so for number 1, and number 2 is going to rhyme with so. Go, G-O, so, go, rhyme. So, go, G-O, go, G-O, go, G-O, go. Now, I'm going to put go in several sentences. So listen, and you can repeat these sentences out loud. Present tense, the boy goes to school. The boy is going to school. Or the boy went to school. So went is irregular. The boy goes to school. The boy is going to school. The boy went to school. Number 3, rhymes with so and go. So, go, no, N-O, no. N-O. No, no, N-O. What rhymes with no? No, or Jojo. No, Joe. No, Joe. And actually, this girl is named Jojo, Jojo Siwa. Jojo, Jojo. No and Jojo. Number 5, home, H-O-M-E, home, H-O-M-E, home. I'm going to stretch it out. Home, home. Oh, home. What rhymes with home? Number 6, dome, D-O-M-E, dome, D-O-M-E, dome. I'm going to stretch it out. Dome, dome. Home and dome rhyme. Number 7, hole. There is a hole in the bag. There is a hole in the ground. Hole, H-O-L-E, hole, H-O-L-E, hole, hole, O-L, hole. What rhymes with hole? Pole, 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 P-O-L-E, pole. There's a totem pole and a fishing pole. Pole, hole, pole. Number 9, the word is joke, J-O-K-E, joke, J-O-K-E, joke. I'm going to stretch it out. Joke, 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 joke. Now I'm going to put joke in a sentence with endings. Here we go. Present tense. The boy jokes with his friends. So I put an S at the end of joke. Jokes. The boy jokes with his friend. The boy is joking with his friend. And past tense, the boy joked with his friend. So we put joke and we put an S at the end, an ing, and an ed ending. Number 10, what rhymes with joke? Poke, joke, poke, P-O-K-E, poke, P-O-K-E, poke. I'm going to stretch it out. Poke, 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 poke. All right, so we're going to put poke in a sentence. The bear pokes his friend. The bear is poking his friend. So we put an S at the end of poke, pokes, and an ing at the end of poke, poking. Now, past tense. The bear poked his friend. The bear poked his friend. So joke and poke. Number 11. Bone, B-O-N-E, bone, B-O-N-E, bone. Now I'm going to stretch it. Bone. I'm going to shrink it. Bone. What rhymes with bone? Cone, like an ice cream cone or a type of shape. Cone. The poor dog is wearing the cone of shame from the movie Up. Cone. Bone. Cone. Cone is spelled C-O-N-E. Cone. C-O-N-E. Cone. Now I'm going to stretch out cone. Own. Cone. O-N. Cone. Number 13. Wood blank. What is that called? Or cooking blank. Stove. That is a wood stove where you burn wood, or a cooking stove where you cook food. Wood stove, cooking stove. So a wood stove you might have in your living room. A cooking stove you have in your kitchen. Stove, S-T-O-V-E, stove, S-T-O-V-E, stove. Now I'm going to stretch it out. Stove, stove, S-T-O-V, stove. What rhymes with stove? Drove. So, drove. So, you would say the dog drives the car. The dog is driving the car. I forgot the R. And past tense is the dog drove the car. So, drove is spelled D-R-O-V-E. It's past tense for drive. D-R-O-V-E. Drove. 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 The dog drove the car. Stove and drove. Number 15. What is this? Rope. R-O-P-E. Rope. R-O-P-E. Rope. Now I'm going to stretch it. Rope. Now I'm going to shrink it. Rope. What rhymes with rope? This is a tricky one. Mope. Rope. Mope. Rope. Mope. M-O-P-E. Mope. M-O-P-E. Mope. 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 M-O. Mope. To mope means to walk around sadly. Mope. So here's a sentence. He mopes around because he is sad. So I took the verb mope and I put an S to it. Mopes. He mopes around because he is sad. Or he is moping around because he is sad. So I put mope and an ing. He is moping around because he is sad. Past tense, he moped around because he was sad. He already did it. He moped around because he was sad. I put an ed at the end of mope. Moped. So rope and mope. Now it's time to check your work. Number 1 is so, S-O. I love you so much. What rhymes with so? Go. I go to school. What rhymes with so and go? No, N-O. She said no. What also rhymes with so, go, and no? Jojo. Jojo Siwa, or just Joe. J-O, J-O, Jojo. Number 5, home. I want to go home. H-O-M-E, home. What rhymes with home? Dome. D-O-M-E, dome. Number 7, hole. I see a hole in the ground. Hole. H-O-L-E. What rhymes with hole? Pole. P-O-L-E. Pole. All right, so we've got number 9, joke. J-O-K-E. Joke. What rhymes with joke? Poke. P-O-K-E. Joke and poke. Number 11, bone. B-O-N-E. Bone. What rhymes with bone? Cone. C-O-N-E. cone. Stove, number 13, S-T-O-V-E, stove. What rhymes with stove? Drove, D-R-O-V-E, drove. Number 15, rope, R-O-P-E, rope. What rhymes with rope? Mope, M-O-P-E, mope. To mope means to walk around sadly. All right, if you need to change any of your words or check your words, push pause, make sure all your 16 spelling words are spelled correctly, and then when you're done, push play. Let's review our learning target. I can correctly read and spell first grade words with long O, as in no, bone, and rope. Would you give yourself a 4? I could teach this lesson. I was able to read, write, and spell all the words easily and correctly. Or would you give yourself a 3? I was able to read, write, and spell most of the words correctly. Or would you give yourself a 2? I was able to read, write, and spell some of the words correctly. Or would you give yourself a 1? I was not able to read, write, and spell any of the words correctly. So write your reflection at the top, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's the end of the lesson. It's time to challenge yourself. You've already spelled all 16 words, so now it's time to get your crayons or your pencil to rainbow write, or just write your words 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. That's your challenge, boys and girls. Thank you for doing the spelling words with me. Have a great day.